Stephen Espinoza says that Jaron Ennis could be the next Floyd Mayweather all over again. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So Stephen Espinoza comes out and says that Jaron Ennis is a very, very talented young fighter. He's got a lot of opportunities for bigger things and stuff like that. And he believes that Jaron Ennis could be the next Floyd Mayweather. Well, it's kind of too early to say if Jaron Ennis could be the next Floyd Mayweather, but I don't know. Jaron Ennis seems to be looking scary, and he could potentially be a great one. And as we've seen Jaron Ennis try to get these big fights with these guys, Errol Spence already says that he's not looking for any mandatories at the moment right now. He's not saying that he wouldn't give Jaron Ennis a shot. He's not saying he would give Jaron Ennis a shot, but he would try to get a fight with Jaron Ennis soon, but not at the moment because Errol Spence is still trying to get all the belts. And we could potentially see Errol Spence go up to 154, and maybe Jaron Ennis could catch him there. That's what some people believe. We don't know if Terrence Crawford's going to ever fight Jaron Ennis or give him a shot. But Jaron Ennis is a special talent. It's going to be hard for this guy to get fights. For him to be like Mayweather, in my opinion, he's going to have to really step up in competition. I know that sounds crazy, but he's going to have to step up in competition and prove it. Some people already say he's already proven. Well, to me, I just want to see Boots fight one more top-level guy. Some people even say after Jamal James lost to Abu Budev, or whatever his name is, Jaron Ennis should go fight him because it'll put Jaron Ennis in the mandatory position to fight the winner of Standing Owners and Ennis Ugas for the WBA Super Belt. And hopefully, if Stephen Espinoza can interest people to make that fight happen, he can get that fight to come to fruition, and Ennis Ugas versus Jaron Ennis could happen for the WBA championship. Now, some people say that's the easiest way. A lot of people say Jaron Ennis is number 3 in that IBF ranking. Errol Spence, I don't know if he's going to give that number 1 guy, his name is long, I can't pronounce his name, Abu Karev. I know that's not his name, but I'm just going to call him Abu Karev, whatever his name is. But he's looking to give that guy probably maybe a shot. But Errol Spence said he's not looking to fight mandatories. When you're a bigger star like a caliber of Errol Spence Jr. and you're doing numbers, the sanctioning bodies ain't going to really push for you to fight your mandatories if you're really doing the big draw and stuff like that. And Errol Spence is looking for the big fights, and maybe Errol Spence does have to take a mandatory fight to something to keep himself in a stay busy position. But with that being said, Jaron Ennis, I believe, is number 7 in the WBC, number 3 in the IBF. I don't know where he's at in the WBA. He's number 5 in the WBO. Now, he could potentially go after Terrence Crawford for that belt as well and to get a mandatory spot. But it's crazy to me. It's crazy that Virgil Ortiz, yeah, that's right. Virgil Ortiz is super high in all the sanctioning bodies, and he hasn't accomplished nothing. And it's crazy to me that this guy, Virgil Ortiz, I don't know why he's so high. Virgil Ortiz does have an option if he wants to push for any belt he wants to go after. I don't know how Jaron Ennis is going to play a part of that if Virgil Ortiz is at the top and Jaron Ennis is at the top behind him, because Virgil Ortiz already stated out of his mouth that he's not going to fight Jaron Ennis within 4 years, which makes absolutely no sense at all. I don't know why this guy Jaron Ennis just can't lock in that position yet. But Virgil Ortiz should not be getting the spots like that because he hasn't accomplished enough. He doesn't even have 20 fights yet. Jaron Ennis is about to have 30 fights soon. And He's got more fights than Errol Spence Jr. He has more knockouts than Errol Spence Jr. He's about to have more knockouts than Terrence Crawford. Even though we can say he hasn't fought anybody, but he's trying to put in the work. He's trying to get better. It's just the fact of the matter is that these guys don't want to fight him, and this is going to be a problem for Jaron Ennis. They're going to try to shy him away from the best. The only one that I can see really giving Jaron Ennis a shot is Errol. But Errol says, look, just wait. You're going to get your turn, and it's just not going to be right now. So Errol's not ducking Jaron. Errol will gladly fight Jaron Ennis. It's just the point that I don't think Terrence Crawford's going to give him a shot. Danny Garcia already said he's not fighting him. Sean Porter immediately said out of his mouth he's not fighting him. Danny Garcia even said he wouldn't even spar with him. Keith Thurman said he don't even know who he is. So it's a lot of guys that's going to duck this man. And the only way for Jaron Ennis to get a title in that division, he's going to have to climb up the ladder even higher and higher to get a shot. And some people could say he's going to get Errol Spence Jr. first. Some people say he's going to get Terrence Crawford first. Some people might even say he's going to get Virgil. Well, we can throw Virgil out the window because Virgil's not fighting within 4 years, and Virgil already know he's going to lose. And to me, Virgil Ortiz is a one-dimensional fighter. I mean, he fights one style, heavily offense. He's reckless on defense at some time. He was even having trouble with Maurice Hooker. And he got dropped by Ivis Kavaliauskas. So we don't know what's going on with Virgil Ortiz in his situation of training. Whoever's training him, they need to do a better job. But other than that, Jaron Ennis is going to be shined away from a lot of guys besides Errol Spence Jr. Steven Espinoza believes that Jaron Ennis could be a big draw in the future. So we might could potentially see Steven Espinoza give Jaron Ennis a huge deal someday if Jaron Ennis just keep doing what he's doing and rise up to the guys that should have already fought him and should be ready to fight him now, because Jaron Ennis is basically almost ready to fight these guys. And Steven Espinoza see greatness. In order for Jaron to really beat these guys, he's going to have to climb that ladder a little bit more higher and make sure these guys understand who he is, and the fans are going to start calling for it, you know. And I'm already starting to see a lot of people jump off Errol Spence Jr. bandwagon and say, oh, Boots is going to knock him out. Okay. When we see this fight, let's make it happen. All right, I want to see if Boots can really knock out Errol Spence Jr., which I don't think that's going to happen, in my opinion. But we're going to see if Boots can knock out Errol Spence. But I just can't wait for Jaron to get into the big spotlight, because there's so much for his career. Now, some people is already throwing this out that Jaron Ennis could beat Canelo. Well, that's too early to say. I think Jaron's skill set will beat Canelo immediately. I don't think Jaron can. I don't know how good his chin is yet. I mean, he can take a punch. He can take punch flushes on the chin. But when you get up to that 168 bracket, the power is going to be different. So we don't know how Jaron Ennis is going to take a punch if he ever climbs the ladder that high. But the way Jaron Ennis is built, with a long arm reach and some good height, he's kind of like Roy Jones Jr., but he's the lower weight, because Roy Jones started at 154. Jaron is starting at 147. So Jaron could go from 147 to 154 to 160 to 168 to 175. He can go all the way up to heavyweight if he really, really wants to, because of the skill set. And he has the potential to be, let's see, welterweight, junior middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and heavyweight. He has an opportunity to be a 7th division champion right off the bat. But I don't think Jaron Ennis is going to go all the way to cruiserweight and heavyweight. That's just speculation at this point. But Roy did it. Jaron Ennis can do it. And I believe Jaron Ennis has the skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez. Because let's say Jaron Ennis goes up to 168, and let's say Canelo is still there, okay? He's going to beat Canelo, because Canelo, by the time Jaron is 27, 28, Canelo's going to be like 37, 38 years old. Maybe, I think 36 or 37. So Canelo's going to be past his prime. And he's going to have a high chance of beating Canelo, and Canelo's not going to fight him, because Canelo, he knows he see greatness in Jaron Ennis. I don't think Canelo will ever fight Jaron Ennis, in my opinion, because Jaron has fast feet. Jaron switches from orthodox to southpaw that you don't even know. He has a quick jab, and he can bang with you in the pocket. And I can see Jaron Ennis piecing Canelo up, because eventually Canelo is going to slow down when he gets to 36 to 37 years of age. I think Canelo's prime is going to stop at 35, because Canelo, he's looking good right now, but when he gets out of that prime phase, he's going to start falling off. And who knows? Canelo might be able to manage the prime all the way up to he's 40, but I don't know if Canelo's going to fight that long, in my opinion. But Canelo really doesn't have to fight anymore, because he's making a lot of money, but he's trying to rack up all the bag he can. But that's just speculation. But the point of the matter is, guys, Steven Espinoza believes in Jaron Ennis. He believes that Jaron Ennis is going to be the next Floyd Mayweather. We have to see it. We have to see if Jaron Ennis can get himself in those title shots positions, which I really think he's going to real soon. Vergil Ortiz should not be in a title shot position. He's not ready for Errol Spence Jr. He's going to lose, in my opinion. Some people already say Bud has Jaron in this number. Let's see the fight. Make it happen. I don't think Bud Crawford is going to beat Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis' skill set is much higher than Terrence Crawford, in my opinion. Some people even says that Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford is one within Jaron Ennis. Like, if you have Errol Spence Jr. on this side, you have Terrence Crawford on that side, and you combine the two together, you get Jaron Ennis. And that's what it is. You get Jaron Ennis. And we have to see these fights. You know, I pick a Jaron Ennis stopping Terrence Crawford within 6 rounds. I truly believe it, because Jaron Ennis stated a long time ago, I switch from orthodox to southpaw, and I do everything better than what Terrence Crawford do. We have to see it. Let's make the fight happen. But Steven Espinoza believes in Jaron Ennis. He likes Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is one of his favorite welterweights to watch. And don't be surprised if Steven Espinoza offers Jaron Ennis a huge contract someday with Showtime, if Jaron Ennis decides to stay with Showtime with the rest of his career. But with that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.